If you're thinking about hiring a realtor, don't you want to know what you're going to be paying them for? Hi, I'm Suzi Cree with Keller Realty, and on this video, I'm going to walk you through the breakdown of the costs involved when hiring me to represent you on the purchase of your new home or the sale of your current one. The first thing we need to do is differentiate what you might need our services for. Are you buying a property or are you trying to sell your current one? First, I'm going to go through how it works when I'm assisting you with your next property purchase. The good news is there's no cost involved when you're working with me. Did you know that almost 90% of home buyers are represented by a real estate agent? When you are selling a property, listing it on the MLS puts it on the market for real estate agents to show it to their buyers. A seller or their listing agent will offer a commission to a buyer's agent who brings a buyer to your property, which is how we get compensated for our services. So, as a buyer's agent, there are no out-of-pocket expenses with me or any agent, unless the buyer's agent charges a fee. The only instance this would not apply would be if the seller was not willing to pay the buyer's agent's commission, and that's a very rare circumstance. Our only job is to help you make sure you're making a smart decision. So we aren't working for free, but it's not coming out of your pocket either. Our role is to help you find the right property and then facilitate it to closing. Now, if you're selling a property and decide to hire me to represent you, there will be a commission charged. But let me break down exactly how our home selling plan works. Based upon the type of plan that you choose, the cost of using a realtor will be a flat percentage fee of the sales price. Generally, your listing agent will offer half of the realtor's fee to the buyer's agent. For this reason stated earlier, it is in your interest as a seller to offer compensation to your buyer's agent and list it on the multiple listing service, since you'll reach a much larger pool of buyers. The other half is the realtor's fee that we retain for our side to pay for the cost of marketing your home and the facilitation of your home sale. And here's how it works. When you hire us to sell your home, all of the marketing expenses are fronted, and sometimes that can be thousands of dollars. If your home does not sell, we lose all of that money and the time we spent. So we have skin in the game with you. If you really want top dollar for your home, we need to do a lot more than just put it on the MLS and pray. We need to market it, and that costs money. So the first thing we need to do is properly prepare your home for sale. Sometimes that can mean rearranging furniture. It might mean hiring a staging company, or it can just be small improvements to the property. For example, if we can just paint a few rooms for $500 and receive an additional $2,500 on the sales price, wouldn't that make sense? Once that is done, then it's time to prepare your marketing. This is going to include professional photography, custom video tours, drone footage, a full internet campaign, everything we can do to present your property to other agents who are working with buyers. Basically, the more fishing poles we put out there, the more fish we're going to catch. The reason this is very important is because we want to create a lot of buzz those first 2 weeks that your home is on the market. So once the marketing is complete, we'll get everything ready to list it for sale. So in those first 2 weeks, that's where most of your marketing expenses are going to be eaten up. The longer your property sits on the market, the more it costs to market your home, and the less money you're probably going to yield in the sale of your home. Again, that's a risk that we take. We only get reimbursed once the property sells. So I'm always working in your best interest. Now, it's really important that we keep a close eye on activity early on. We can't predict when buyers will see your property, but it's our job to make sure that we can accommodate them when they do. Eventually, your home's going to go under contract, and when it does, we're only halfway there. We'll still have to facilitate the transaction to closing, which is going to consist of handling inspections, contingencies, working with the title companies, and making sure all of the parties are held accountable. Ultimately, it's a lot of time and coordination involved. I hope this video walked you through the exact breakdown of the costs of working with us so that you have a better idea of exactly how the money is spent. If you would like to get an idea of how much your closing costs would be, whether you're buying or selling a property, feel free to reach out to me and would love to help you make an informed decision. I'm Suzi Cree with Keller Realty, and thank you for watching.